It's telling us that we are live. Domino, did you manage to get a tipple or not?
What a naughty
Hey.
sound, boys.
Cheers to the PC Dubs draft. So,
Mmm. Mate, how sweet does it feel on a Wednesday night having a beer, by the way?
it feels a bit naughty, I'm not going to lie. The missus
Wow, okay, a
definitely
little bit.
questioned it as I was walking up with a couple of cans, but needs must, mate. I mean, I did my best to avoid her, but eyes like a hawk. Like a hawk. So, those of you who are joining us tonight, even if you don't know what's going on, or even if you do know what's going on, we're going to tell you. It is the Pro Clubs Weekly Draft. And effectively, what that means is we pick out 3 captains, and they have a plethora of talent to choose from, and it is a mini tournament. So the top 2 teams out of the 3 will play each other in the final. The final is at 10:30, which means it will probably be close to about 11 o'clock. And it's winner take all. This is a draft with a twist because it is PlayStation versus Xbox versus PC, which means you will only get players in one of those disciplines, effectively, one of those consoles, who can qualify for that team. So it's almost, think of it like a World Cup, Domino. You can only play for that team if you own that console or PC. So, I mean, we said for those of you who weren't in the stream before, our little Discord is usually a really nice, happy place. Today it's been not so happy, because there's a lot of friendly animosity, Domino. People want to win this, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them because it's bragging rights at the end of the day, Domino. It's bragging rights.
Mate, it's. Games like this, like, you don't need to. We had some grudge matches in our days when we used to play, obviously.
Back in
A
our
little.
day.
It does sound old. We are old. In
Oh, we
our
are. That's
day,
why.
there was some grudge matches because disagreements of players or half your team moving to another team. Do you know what I mean? There was just, or coming from your previous team and playing your old team. There's a couple of grudge matches. This is a grudge match without any sort of other environmental factors. This is a grudge match just because it is PlayStation versus Xbox versus PC. Before crossplay, we would always have the same debate that, like, the PlayStation League was the best, and I was like, no, the Xbox League is the best, clearly. I was like, have you watched it? Like, there was no way of confirming it. As technology's got more, we can do things like this. And it was literally the age-old question when I thought crossplay was coming in. I was like, I wonder if they're ever going to do this. Like the big leagues, is they going to do the best Xbox team that was always there versus best PlayStation team, which they've never done. Hence why we're here, guys, bringing this here, because we want to know. This is scientific. This is not even fun.
It is for science.
This is scientific.
It is for science.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, I mean, you know, we said a lot on the back end of FIFA 23 that coming into this cross-play EAFC, like we are really, like, this has been on our to-do list for a long time, and obviously we tested the water with a couple of drafts before then, but this is the big one, and it's good that people are buying into this now, because I feel like if they didn't, it might turn into a bit of a drabber. So I mean, we're not usually fans of the tension that there's been tonight, the animosity, but I mean we're all here for it. I mean, I say we're literally here for it. Domino has literally just left, so when he's back, we will all be here for it. And what we're going to do is check on the teams. So I mean, tonight we've got PlayStation versus Xbox versus PC. So it's a 3-way battle, but obviously all 3 of them can't play at the same time. So we're gonna be having the first game is Xbox versus PC, and then we just move around like that, and it's going to be first and second play each other in the final. How the final is dealt with, Domino, the lead up to that. I'll say it on stream now, so we can't really go back on anything, because I'm sure there'll be lots of kicking off in the chat. Should we go back on our word on anything, God forbid. That if it's a draw, it's a draw. We duck out because there's other teams waiting.
Yeah.
And then we go by goals scored, well, goal difference, obviously, and then goals scored, and then head to head, and then if it's still a tie, we will literally have to just flip a coin. So, guys, don't draw. Don't all win one game by 1-0 because it doesn't help anyone. Okay, so if you're gonna win, just smash the other team. If you're gonna lose, get smashed. Basically.
Yeah. Easy as that, mate. Easy as that.
Yeah.
8 Ball.
So,
do we have the links?
do we have the links? I mean, we got PC first, and that's Emo Tyler, so that's a handy one to have. Let me just whiz that over to you now, mate.
Hero.
Where are you?
Oh man, I'm excited.
Domino's linked up. PC have got 7 players, which is pretty good for this time. Bearing in mind the game should be starting now, but this is clubs, so in the whole history of clubs, not a single game has ever kicked off on time, so I'll allow it. It would be really good to see the Xbox team and how they are lining up. So we've got someone here who's got a stream link, please. But at least we've got Emo Tyler, the goal machine, playing up front for Team PC. And you know, if anyone in the chat knows their PCW draft history, they'll know that a couple of these PC guys came over to save the PlayStation team 2 weeks ago. So they've now separated. They've got their separate teams. And I feel like PC have got a lot to prove tonight, Domino.
Yeah, mate. Like they were always, throughout all the competitive fixtures we done and the arguments we had on the pitch,
Thanks,
PC went under the radar. They just went under the radar completely off. If they were never in the discussion of what teams they were until we started covering a PC league in FIFA 23, and we realised, mate, there's some ballers out there in the PC community, absolute ballers. So, and they're probably the first ones to say that they're probably behind the 8 Ball compared to the rest of the leagues. They are getting a lot better, but I've had a lot of people in the PC community reach out and say, yeah, the other leagues, the other consoles, because again, it's a lot more talent. A lot more people play EA on PlayStation, on Xbox, which means you've got so many more people to pick from, so many more leagues. Not many people decide to play, again, EA on PC, so they've got a smaller talent pool. However, we've seen some games for just PC leagues, mate, and they've been unreal.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's a ploy of theirs. Because, like you said, they've like downplayed their ability a lot, and then they rock up to our draft, and then they're all of a sudden absolute world beaters.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's a ploy of theirs.
Hey, Kinder. Oh
Still
shit!
concerns me with 4 people missing, though.
Is what? Sorry.
So we got 3 people left on the PC lineup. I know you're looking at the Xbox.
I've got Xbox on. Xbox look half decent. 3 people left over here.
Yeah.
We are all good. Jota Kings is in the chat.
Yeah.
PXXP is saying PC are taking over. To be fair, I mean, go back and watch that. Go back and watch that last draft because that was crazy.
To be fair, mate, I'm looking at the chat there. Joel's popping up, and to be fair, mate, absolutely, like I said to you, when me and 8 Ball were in our prime playing it, we didn't have the exposure. We didn't know about any PC leagues. They were never advertised in, again, on Twitter and stuff when teams had to have their own handles. So the PC guys just got a little bit forgotten about, if I'm honest with you. And there's no disrespect. They just were, like, didn't know about them until we started covering the PC league and realised, mate, there's ballers out there. So to be fair, that's good information about the Spain PC.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. And yeah, it's good to see because there is always that kind of grudge, and it's never really been addressed before. So, I mean, what better time to do it than live on PCW on a Wednesday? It's what we need, Domino. It's what the community needs, if I'm honest.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. And then there's some good messages in the chat here, and I bet I like it. Like the more exposure for the PC players, the better. The only problem is if they go out and get smacked 10-0 here, we got an issue.
Yeah. I don't see it happening, but to be honest, mate, I like the look of this Xbox team. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, mate, the Xbox team, yeah, they look decent. They do look decent. I mean, all the teams, mate, they've got ballers in there. And look, we're getting very close to being ready now, 8-ball. I'm twitching. Yeah. I'm excited.
The dangerous thing is to look at just one team and think, yeah, to be fair, like this team is going places. Because whilst that is true, I think every team in this draft has got that about them. Mm-hmm. So to write anyone off at this early stage is a dangerous game. So just watch this space. And Domino, with that, I'm going to ask you, who do you think is going to be lifting the trophy at Gone Past Midnight?
Mate, that's a hard one to put on the spot. I am going to go out on a limb here. Weirdly enough, not knowing the most about them, mate, I'm going for PC. Don't ask me why, because I have no evidence to back this up. Like, there's not any evidence. I can't give you any facts like, well, this team has got a better philosophy. There's 6 players that come from a different team here. They've got more chemistry. It's just a gut feeling, if I'm honest. No science behind it.
Interesting.
Who you going with?
I wanted to go for PC, but now you've taken them. So I feel like Xbox have got an obviously good team, but they did against PlayStation.
Yeah.
So that... I feel like there's one team that's going underneath the radar at the moment, Domino, and that is PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I think they'll like that. I think they'll like the underdog tags because they literally won the last draft. Yet no one's talking about them at the moment. So I think that will suit them fine. They've got no pressure on them. They've got a lot of ballers in their team. As and when you see the team, you'll obviously see it. It's play a dangerous game. Like this happened last time with Xbox. Have got these good quality players. Something just didn't click for them. I don't know what it was, but something just didn't click. And then you got PC who literally walked in there and just absolutely just tore it apart. So it's going to be an interesting one, put it that way.
I mean, I can't make any judgments until I see at least all of the teams kick a ball, and then I'll know roughly where it is, because it's going to be a hard one with teams. There's some players that have played together before, and even the best players, and this is what I love about pro clubs. You could get the best, the most world-class EAFC player, pro clubs player, stick him in a team of unknowns, and yes, he will shine, but again, they're not guaranteed a result there, where you need all 11 to gel. You need all 11 to play a good game and complement each other. I mean, if one player, a winger, just only wants to get to the byline and cross the ball when your team are not on that philosophy, it's going to kill the team. It's going to kill the attacks. You're going to avoid passing to that side of the pitch, which hinders your chance going forward. If you know a player is not competent on the ball, you're going to avoid giving it to him in dangerous position, which leaves you vulnerable because you have to get out of the situation yourself. There's so many different elements with getting 11 random people, sticking them in a team, and then getting the gel on the night. So that's what I'm looking for the most, really. It's who starts gelling the best, the quickest.
Yeah, agreed. We're waiting for... So Xbox are there, as always. Xbox are always brilliant and on time. PC are having some problems getting into their chat, and we can't work out
they've just got full lineup though now.
Yeah, they're missing the
no, they've got full lineup. Everyone's there.
Yeah, Soccer's in. No, sorry, I'm looking at their Discord chat. They're missing one person from it. It's Kevin. But he's got the correct tag, so I don't know why he's not there. But maybe they'll have to play without him. Yeah, that's good news. I mean, we're only 8 minutes behind. Would we have taken this at the beginning of the day, Domino?
Mate, we'd take 8 minutes behind if everyone's there and available, because last draft, mate, I've never ran and got my PlayStation quick enough to sit here and set it up and been like, right, let's let's jump in. I saw the PC team because look, I'm a free spirit, so I can join any team. So if someone drops out, give your boy a call. That's what I'm saying.
He literally has his PlayStation ready.
No, mate, give your boy a call. I might kick someone out so I can play.
Oh, well, you're yet to see the PlayStation team yet, Domino.
I am yet to see the PlayStation team.
So we'll go through that as and when that's there. Both teams are jumping in now, so that's good to know.
Which stream are we going to stick with on the channel? The PS stream. Or the Xbox,
who's got the higher input? 1080p, of course it is.
So who are we doing?
I'm going to send you the link now. Let's get this. Do you know what? You're always.
I've got both links up, mate. Is it
Have
just
you?
the PlayStation thing?
No. This one's here. You don't have this link, bro. There you go.
Oh, sick. Here we go.
Yeah, you're always at the bottom of my list. Do you know that? Right. It is now time, Domino. The real stadium atmosphere can come on, and we can finally, you know what, we can relax. PlayStation should be watching this in the chat.
100%.
They should be scouting out these two teams. Quiet
100%.
favourites.
If you're not scouting out the chat, I don't know what you're doing.
PC doesn't have delay. Yeah, but this is 1080p, which is what we really want. Okay then, we are off and going. Domino,
The Xbox
we
in the red
have
yet?
got, of course, Dom, of course. Xbox are in the black, and for some reason, PC are in the black. Sorry, and Xbox for some reason are in red. Here
Fair
comes
enough.
Sunny.
Yeah,
And
I'm
Mac.
looking for teams, like I said, to start settling down the quickest. And the easiest way, really, is to use your wide men because they're your support, they're your balls out. And again, your defence, if they start looking solid early on, you make some good tackles, you make some big interceptions. It just, again, settles your teams down. It's the big moments. And again, we'll always say it with keepers, mate. The first save is always crucial to give you a little bit of confidence. Good defending there by the PC boys.
Yeah, and here is Emo Perks, who has been turning out for PCW Legacy, Domino. More to follow on that. We won't break any news stories now. Kevin, the dangerous Kevin, dinks it over the top on this right hand side to Sunny, cuts back with some ridiculous bit of skill, cuts back one more time. It's Jacob into Kevin. These PC boys are cooking.
Mate,
Sparta.
Unbelievable.
Welcome,
the
Sparta.
reactions,
Welcome.
People, the reactions on that.
And yeah, just that's Sparta in a nutshell.
Mate, he's seeing that through bodies. That was hit sweetly, and he's seeing it through bodies inside the box.
This is why he
Like I
gets
said.
fielded so many questions.
It's big moments, April. Big moments. Settle you down.
Yeah,
like I said,
he is a
with the keeper there.
top class goal. I told him the other day he's in my top 3 goalkeepers of all time. Which is a big honour because we watch a lot of goalkeepers on this channel, funnily enough. Height restrictions, there are none.
Love it.
But there are usual playing rules. So it's basically just don't cheat, effectively. We won't go into too much detail, but they're pretty self-explanatory at this point. Lucas is in the chat as well. Hello, Lucas. At one point, he was the top goal scorer in Pro Club's weekly draft history.
For the boys.
For Team 8 Ball, right?
What?
PC are piling on the pressure. Team captain Alfie Edge almost gives away a penalty. Sonny is dancing on the edge of the box. Looked like he was fishing for a penalty, but Jacob has the ball now. Looks for striker's feet. Mac wins it back, who is the team captain for PC. I'm not sure what's happened. It's not a ghost penalty this time. It is just a free kick, and Sparta, third best goalkeeper in the world, hands it over because he's just a nice guy like that.
If I was Xbox now, I would be slightly tentative because, mate, PC are looking like they've all played together.
To be fair, a lot of them do. Yeah,
That's what I mean. But like again, you can see the triangles of the players that do play together. But again, instinctive passing across here, holding on to the ball quite nicely. Now, they're slowly cooking. They're sorbetting at the minute. 8 Ball. They're just getting to the edge of the box, like poking, prodding, looking for weaknesses, looking for when to go, when to hit the killer passes, looking for any vulnerability in the team. Mate, they're looking like a really, really good outfit.
I like the look of this Ethan Pinnock build at central centre back for PC. And then he has obviously got Big Moody alongside him as well. It just shows that this PC team just goes straight through the team. It's not just one or two individuals. It goes all the way through. Alfie Edge picks the ball up, tries to go long, but Weeman Lewis again complementing that back three of PC. Sonny looks to be the focal point for this PC attack at the moment. They've got the Mac up front as well as Emo Tyler, who we know loves a goal.
Danger.
Is the dangerous Kevin, swings into back post. There's a bit of space. Emo Perks knocks it back, but there's no one there. That's when you want your cam or your centre mid to get on the end of that, but no one there this time around. Reese, you are not in my top goalkeeper list. Apologies, mate. You're up there with the best admins, though, mate. Alfie Edge to Ticky Dangs. Smithy into Kirk. Now Xbox are putting their foot on it a little bit more, and they've got the big man up front, Lawbores, and he'll be looking to get on the end of any of these crosses. And I think
Lawbores up top. What a guy.
It's like a celebrity appearance.
Why is Lawbores up top?
That's what he does, apparently.
What a guy.
So, I've gone edges here to Rooney. Cameraman.
Oh,
Wow, what a power shot that was, but what a big save that was.
He was a bystander for this entire game, April, and that came at him quick and fast. Big hand, big push away.
Well dealt with by the winger, Emo Perks. PC look to counter-attack here. There are just 10 minutes left in this first half.
He's offside there.
Sparta comes out, takes the man out as well. Double jeopardy. That's what we like to see. Reese, we'll take you at fullback. Maybe not wide midfield yet. With a bit of coaching. Jacob does really well to intercept that. And this is a PC team, Domino, with no Invezi. And those of you who know.
Mate, that guy is unbelievable.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is just keep an eye out for baller builds, boys and girls. Keep an eye out. Weeman Lewis high up gives away a free kick, and is the Xbox team in red from left to right. Is the opening fixture of this Pro Clubs Weekly community draft, finding out which console is the best. We won't hear otherwise as and when the results come in. Ticky Thangs into Lawballs, hands it off nicely to Rooney, but intercepted, takes it off the cameraman, and PC again looking to build something. Not getting too much action from the strikers at the moment. It's mostly coming from the three behind, so the cam and the two wide men.
Yeah.
They might need to have a little think how they get these boys involved. This is a way and a half with a flying volley. Sparta almost gets his head taken off, and he was either offside or they called it back for the high foot.
It's either one, but yeah, fair enough. Sparta would be grateful for that.
Yeah, and either goalkeeper on either side with one worldy save each. Mac, the captain, Kevin, the dangerous Kevin. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, but that's a fantastic tackle, yeah.
Big Alfie Edge.
Take the floor, Domo. Take the floor.
Mate, I was very, very worried early on for Xbox. Really worried. I just thought, mate, like I said, it's like a sparring game. The PlayStation team was sitting there, like, pumping out the jab, just seeing where the reactions are, see where the feints are, see where the tells were, and then I thought they're going to start piling on the pressure. However, Xbox team did wrestle some control back in the game, going down the wings, stringing a few passes together, getting the boys on the ball. It evened up towards the end of that half, but I do still think PC looked the more fluid side. But, mate, you've got players like Lawballs up top, people there that have been in the community, been around the pro club scene for years, the experience, the old heads. So, look, this game, still 8-ball, in my opinion, is a 50-50 pick 'em.
I mean, Reese has made a good point here about just crossing from these wide areas. They've got a big striker up front. I mean, you can see him. He's got the afro in the centre of the park now. as I say, Xbox players need to be putting on his head. I don't think he's had a chance to header the ball once this game. So I think the game plan for Xbox is get it wide and get it in early. From here, yeah, it should be going in. And just make them defend.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. That's a great tackle. You're absolutely spot on there. I mean, if coming at a build of 6'7" is detrimental. You can't, there's no technique in there. Like, it's hard to play. You are sacrificing it for the team.
It's a great ball. There we go. That's what he wants in the box, and then it's up to the striker to do his stuff. What you don't want is your striker coming off the pitch and saying, "I had no service all game." That's naughty. That is naughty. A naughty tackle. And I'm not sure if red cards trickle over to the next game, Dom. I mean, we had this chat in the stream we just came off of. I want to say yes, but also
mate,
I'm not sure how many subs.
Can we make a rule that if anyone gets a red card, they have to play as 5'3"?
Or
5'3" in a blue afro.
I mean, we can basically do what we want, mate. It's our draft.
Well, that's what's
do what we want. Abuse the power. Abuse the power. Yang does really well there, actually. It has been.
Big target man.
Yeah, it has been very much a game. What a ball that is, by the way. Sonny on this right-hand side. Cuts back inside, does his man, but Smithy with the block. Sonny's going to be the man. Sonny or Kevin are going to be the men to break this deadlock. Hear me now.
Yes, Sonny's looking a little bit tasty out here, mate. Get that man the ball, because he's not afraid to square you up, go at you one-on-one, because he's looking dangerous, and they played the big centre half.
Ball's back, doing his defensive work. They go long, but PC eat it up. And it is the Mac, actually, centre forward and captain for PC, who was back there. Both strikers, I mean, I think that's pretty much synonymous with this game so far. Both strikers back doing the defensive duties. No one wants to lose this first game of the draft, Domino.
And it does get very much a feeling like that no one's out here to lose the first game of the draft instead of someone's going to go try and win the first game of the draft. So
yeah.
It's still a non-knife edge 8 ball. I think there still is a couple of chances in this game. I think Xbox have now tried to work their teams and their striker strength by trying to get it wide, but they've got to get the ball from this PC team because they look very composed in possession and under pressure.
Yeah, they definitely look like the team to beat at the moment. But you know, anyone who watched the last draft will know that strange things can happen. And it's not always the team who are on top that come out as winners. As Emo Tyler gets his shot blocked by Yang. Again, that man only needs half a yard, but Yang does really well there. Blocks it as Xbox look to come out with Alfie Edge, skipper of that Xbox team, who I can't get over, are playing in red.
Yeah, no, I get. I mean, I don't like playing goal.
That's a ball.
No,
is your 6'7" man gonna be the runner there? Probably not. Probably not. And again, that's the sacrifice you make, like you said, Domino, when you do play with that 6'7" build, and that's a big tackle. That man there is putting in tackles for days, and it's an Alfie Edge team, Domino. So you know there's going to be a bit of bite in here.
Of course, mate.
It's what we come to expect as he stabs it into the big man. Wee Man Lewis does really well, but here we go. Here's the space. Big save by Solar.
Unbelievable save. 2 power shots, 8 ball.
You get that feeling, Domino. I mean, we said it just before the game kicked off. Just don't give us a draw. We don't really know what to do with draws. Here's the dangerous Kevin. What's he going to do? Cuts it back to the Mac. Cuts it back to Emo Perks. I'm not sure if that was the right pass or not.
No.
Perks does a bit of skill. Keeps it on. Emo Tyler gets the corner.
Yeah, 8 ball, I'm with you there. I'm with you. I don't think that was the right pass. He was there. He's faced in front of the goal square to goal. And he's gone to the side where the team can shift over and get bodies and crowd out the centre again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good work, but yeah, you wasted your 4-on-2 opportunity. But the PC team are starting to cook, and I think there is a lag out.
Yep, 100%, mate, 100%. It's that Ethan Pinnock build that we were saying is looking so good, and that is a shame.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable, Abel.
Here we go. Rooney's in. And there's 2 Ethan Pinnock builds.
And he recovered the position and made that vital tackle. But great strike play there, Abel.
Yeah, and they are at a detriment now with the 10 men. Sparta stands tall. And this is the problem we had with the very first draft, Domino, is you've got 2 world-class goalkeepers what are we supposed to do with this? What are we supposed to do? 9 times out of 10 that goes in. 9 times out of 10 that goes in.
3 goals each side, mate.
Exactly, yeah. We'd much rather be sitting on a 2-1. Definitely one for the purists once more. Wow, that's close. That was close. And there's 9 minutes to break the deadlock. I don't want to have to make a league table. I will if I have to, but I preferably don't want to. Here comes Jacob, and Alfie does really well to cut that out. Into Lawbors. Hold up plays, genius. Ticky Thangs cuts it back to Alfie Edge. He's going to be looking for that runner, that 6'7" runner. But again, Pinnock does really well just to pop himself, just brush himself against the big man. And says absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, it was great from the wide player there because, look, Lawbors did feed it off to him, so he didn't have the option in the box. He had the space to cross it, but held on the trigger, played it inside. That man out the edge.
I mean, I thought it didn't lock the goalkeeper on, so if that was on target, that was going to be an issue. There's 4 minutes left.
Corners are always the hard one. Corners will always be the hardest one. The set piece is always the hard one because they haven't got enough time to drill these things,
they've got 2 men in the box, Domino, and it's. I guess Invezi has just popped up in the chat. I need answers, Invezi. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you not playing Lawbors? That is what they've got him in this team to do. Sonny, fantastic. I mean, he's been a bit quiet this last half an hour, but I've seen him back doing his defensive piece 2 or 3 times now, so you can't fault this man.
Mate,
Skipper,
he looks like a complete player, Sonny. Alfie Edge
absolutely.
Again.
Alfie Edge. Yeah, he's been up there, mate. He's been up there. Hunter blocks that chip through ball from Swaz. They do keep the ball, though. The black of PC. Kevin bursts forward. Onto the danger man, Sonny. Dances his way through, but the CPU does bits. You don't try and take on the CPU. It's pointless. Can't do it. Kevin swings it in. There is a bit of space. Here's a bit of space. Emo Perks picks it up. He's got skills for days.
The last chance. And he's given the corner.
Wow.
All he had to do was take
Look
it
at the
up,
time. Look at the time, lads.
All he had to do was take it up the field, and he's given the corner away. Can he rue that decision?
Wow.
Let's see what they've got.
Surely they've just got to pour men in. There's no point standing on the edge of the box.
Straight into Sparta's hands. They've got.
Here comes the goalkeeper. That's fine. That is fine.
Love it.
Swings it in. Sparta's come for it. Sparta's got it. I mean, as soon as we said Sparta's come for it, it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
I mean, 0-0. Go back and watch the last draft, and then you'll understand why we're not angry. We're just disappointed. I'm just gonna let everyone know there is a draw.
Mate, what a draw that was, though.
Yeah. I mean, we always knew it was going to be good. I mean, look at everyone.
It was a bit.
Right, let's come out of this.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, like it was a great warm-up game as both teams kind of established there. I think Xbox are going to have a chat probably now and say, look, we need to play a bit more direct football, or Lawbors needs to drop his build to be more of a runner. If I was PlayStation, mate, I'd tell the boys more of the same, but better, which is weird.
No, I get you. Yeah. I mean, this is done now. This is done. So we're. I thought that was literally going there. So we've got up next, Domino. Let me just check the fixture list that I did earlier on this morning.
Sounds great.
Where are we? Of course, I'm on.
We've got PS versus Xbox, my friend.
Are you on it already?
Oh, I'm on it already.
I'm so proud of you. You can teach an old dog new tricks, and this is proof.
Yeah.
I mean,
on the Xbox stream there or the PC stream?
That's PC. PC have got this fixture off. Yeah, PC have got this fixture off.
So, PS versus Xbox.
I will go and find. I mean, we can use the Xbox stream because that was perfect. 1080p, absolutely love it. So thank you very much for that. Let's.
Link me in the stream when you find it, April.
I mean, I think we'll just use this. Is it Xbox versus PlayStation, isn't it, you said?
Yes.
Then we'll go with this. So, if we can get a little bit more information on the PlayStation starting 11, that might be handy. 1 point each. Okay, so if we go into who's streaming, Ryzen is streaming for PlayStation. Let's see if we can see their team sheet before we jump into the game. Have we made it in time? Of course we have. So, Domino, let me send this across to you, good sir.
Cool.
As always, you're at the bottom of my list. Super helpful. Boom. You've got that. PlayStation have got 1 player missing.
Oh, 8 ball. Oh, it's
the goalkeeper. Was he missing before?
no, Samu's in. It's a right RDM.
RDM's missing.
8 ball.
Yeah.
8 ball.
Go on.
Yeah, you know my position, son. You know where I'm playing.
You're LDM, mate. You're LDM.
That's true.
Alright, who's missing for PlayStation? Player Xbox are 3 men down.
Who's 3 men down? PlayStation.
Currently, yeah, as everyone's loading in. So Kun Aguero and Danny FTM up front with Hash P8 in behind. Domino, that's a dangerous front three.
That's a naughty little bit of a 3A ball, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
We've seen the clips of Planagaro, we've seen him play live, mate. The guy's full class. And he can pop up with goals anywhere, 8 ball. He's one of those players that is dangerous every time he's got the ball or running in behind. One of those clever strikers. So, yeah, expect big things from him. Mate, the 8 ball team looks like a nice little setup. And we're still missing, is it the CDM we're still waiting for?
Still missing that CDM, boy.
Do we know what's happening with the chat?
Apparently he's jumping in now. I'm there, mate. My finger is hovering over to let them know that you are around.
All you got to do is just give your boy the call up, 8 ball. And if I need to play in the final, just let me know, 8 ball. Let me know.
Yeah, Glory Hunter, Domino. Niburu has just popped up in the chat, Domino, just to give us a bit of stick. I say us, to give me a bit of stick for mixing up Aztecas and Tiki Taka. Mate, that is fair game. That is absolutely fair game. In my defence, you did pick the same kit as we last saw them in. It matched their badge perfectly.
Also, your badge is white and green.
Well, exactly. I feel like they're out to get us, mate. They're just trying to make us look stupid, which we can do by ourselves. Thank you very much.
They just know we're Aztec fans.
Yeah. Like everyone else is Azteca, mate. Everyone else is Azteca fans.
No, like
we're just trying to fit in.
But my personal beef with a team called Aztec when I used to play as a child, mate. They were terrible team. I hate them. Still gives me nightmares.
Did we mention that in the PFL stream last week?
Yes,
you tell us your horrible life story about
we
Aztec
both
Warriors.
Used to play a team called Aztec.
And they were god awful. Like they were so bad.
Oh.
Are we jumping in?
We are jumping in, son.
It's mate, like clockwork. Like clockwork.
I mean, I'm sad I didn't get the call up, mate, but look, we're here now.
Give it time, mate. Give it time, because the Discord is popping off at the moment. Usually, guys, it's a nice, lovely, friendly place. I've got it in the corner of my eye, and yeah, it's been one of those days, lads. It's been one of those days. Never change. Never change. Let's get more to the point. We've got the second game in the draft. Domino, I've gone with the Xbox stream. No rhyme or reason, just was the first one.
Which was that? Because I need
it. You got it from before. Did you click off it? Oh no, actually, it'll be in the Discord.
Who's it? Emo Tyler stream?
No, mate, he's PC. It's TTV.
Oh,
TTV
Chill.
Chill Mill.
Is that the one?
Certainly is, boy. Right, let's get the sound sorted as we kick off. Missed kickoff, great.
Right, 8 ball. I'm going to be honest with you. If I am a betting man, I would go with an Xbox win here. just because they've just had a warm-up game 8 ball. They've kept a clean sheet against a really good team, and there's another power shot 8 ball. I'm just a little bit perplexed, but I don't 8 ball. If you've given someone a challenge to if they score a power shot, we have to give them £20. I don't really know what's
power shot counts as double, mate.
Oh, does it?
So first look at this PlayStation side. Into Kun Aguero off the post and in. That man is dangerous, and he's done what Xbox couldn't do in 90 minutes. What PC couldn't do in 90 minutes. Apologies, and beat that man Sparta.
I told you that they're the Kun Aguero player, like they're the clever heads. He just needs a sniff. What I like about Kun Aguero, and this is again a personal preference, he doesn't need to be involved in a game. He can go missing for 89 minutes, but you get him the ball in an offensive position, he will make things happen for you and he will get you a goal.
No, 100%. And against a man who looks so formidable as well. It's going to be nothing that's going to happen to Sparta, because Sparta. But I do think this Xbox side know that they don't have to put in 10 out of 10 performances. They might pick up a book in there.
5'3".
Because they've got that man behind them. So, you can put, you can lose your man, but Sparta's going to dig you out. Or you can get beaten, but Sparta's going to dig you out. They can't rely on that now, and I think that's going to force them to come out and play now.
Yeah, maybe they've got to. And look, we haven't seen the Xbox team go down, so we don't know what I wouldn't say mental frailties, well claimed by Sparta. I wouldn't say what the mental frailties are, but look, what kind of mentality we've got now, going a goal behind. Do we shell up? Do we go?
That's the wall. That's Sean does well there. That's the wide midfielder as well there, doing his defensive duties on the 6'7". We assume 6'7". We might be doing disservice, but he certainly looks like a tall lad. Hash gets it away. Kun Aguero knocks it down to Sean, who draws in that foul from the skipper. I'm not sure how much of an advantage there was.
That was not a foul. That was not a foul.
He gave it. I think he gave it as the advantage, but hey ho, here we are. Lawballs with the turn, chips it up. Oh, he's offside.
Oh my lawballs, that is naughty, my friend. It was unbelievable. I thought it was pen. I thought ghost pen happening.
I was just waiting for him to power shot it, mate. Power shots cost 2.
Power shots are double.
Hash gives it away. Alfie Edge there again, who's had a good series so far. He was man of the series in the first ever PCW draft.
He was, mate. He was.
Learn your PCW draft history.
Yeah, because there will be trivia. There will be a pop quiz on it.
Yeah.
That's next Wednesday. A pop quiz.
Viner somehow managed to pick out Danny. The man does get across though. It might have been that man who lagged out.
In our last draft?
He was indeed. Is Leverkusen centre back.
Yeah, the guy's playing.
And if he does have the stream on in the background, we are still waiting for your baller build.
Yeah, what was he doing?
I've asked him about 8 times. It's got a bit stalkery, kind of thing. So I've stopped messaging him now.
Often gets like that, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm sure he gets it all the time. It's fine. Alfie Edge keeping the ball just about.
He meant
Xbox
that.
team.
Yeah, Alfie Edge meant that. He meant the rebound.
I wouldn't put it past him. This Xbox team have looked a bit better actually since going a goal down. I do think it's because they kind of have to come out of their shell now. If PlayStation score and they get the draw, they still go through. If they play Xbox after this game finishes 1-0, or if they lose, if that makes sense. It's a lot of mental maths, but trust me on this one. So this is obviously Xbox's second and last group game, so they need to get some change out of this. I don't think they'll go through with just the 1 point and no goals effectively. So they will be looking to the likes of this man, Lawballs, to work some magic, and he did almost work some magic had it been for the offside flag.
Yeah, that's naughty, mate. Like I said, these old heads, these experienced players, same like Kun Aguero, mate. Like Lawballs hasn't had a chance to shine at the minute, but when he does get a sniff of a chance, there is danger there with that man.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. Is a corner to Xbox, and you would think they would pack this box. They might have something up their sleeve. That is absolutely sensational. What have I just seen? Xbox look like they've been playing for years. That is madness. That corner routine, Domino, if literally an esports team did that, we'd be like, oh yeah, they worked on that week in, week out. We literally put this ragtag bunch together like 8 hours ago, and they're doing things like that. Come on.
Mate, clever players, mate, because that whole thing, okay, the first knockdown was obviously scripted. They needed the first knockdown. After that, mate, everyone's just adapting on the fly. The ball back across into him. The finish from what I think was a centre-back that scored it, if I'm right, Abel.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's this left centre-back or the wing back. Yeah, Smithy. Yeah, he is the centre-back. Unbelievable, mate, the composure there. The one player you don't want it to fall to is just centre-half in those positions.
Yeah, he's done really well. To be fair, all three touches again, even like the corner take it needs to be on the money, and it all was. And again, that's where you know you're playing with quality players. And to be fair, I mean, these drafts have had some really good players, and they've had some players like me. But I feel like the last draft we did, we just turned the corner a bit, and we actually got some quality players in, and that's what's happened again this time round. And a player on a booking is putting some naughty challenges. For some reason, I mean, we did speak about the rivalries, and you can see there's no love lost between these guys at all. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's PlayStation against Xbox. If there's not at least 2 red cards, then something's gone wrong.
Yeah, you've got to put it on someone. And mate, April, I don't care if this is virtual. Once you get a slide tackle virtually, you want to get it back. There's no two ways about it. He's dancing in the middle here, and that's
100%. I don't do it on a booking.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play. I mean, that's half time. Again, it's one of those games where I know we always say it on the channel. If it flies by, it's been a good half. And I was literally just getting ready to have a drink because I was just like, well, there's still another 10-15 minutes left of this. No, there's not. It's flown by. Team Xbox 1, Team PlayStation 1. Half time, Domino. What are you thinking?
Right, I called Xbox early for the win here, just because they were a team that were warmed up. They're a team that already played a game, gone in back-to-back. And a back-to-back with a little bit of confidence, because they got a draw against a really good PC team. And, mate, PlayStation dominated the first half of that game. They were playing expansive football, got the goal, looked like they owned the ascendancy. Xbox has clawed that back into be a 50-50 game with a great corner routine. I don't really ever sit on the fence, mate, but I'm firmly on the fence here, Abel. I don't know which way this is going. Have you got a prediction?
I really don't want another draw, otherwise this table's going to get naughty. I'm not in the mental capacity to do maths right now, and I'm certainly not jumping onto Excel and making a league table, so we're going to have to sort it out. But yeah, I'm with you. I think this can go either way. Xbox, I think the best thing that's ever happened to them is conceding that early goal. Because since then they've been phenomenal. They've probably had the best 30-35 minutes they've had in the 1.5 games.
Yeah.
So long may that continue. But PlayStation, I'm just looking at this front three, and there's goals there, mate. There are goals there. Exhibit A.
Unbelievable defending. That needed to be one there.
Yeah.
He was sniffing that back post.
Yeah, Danny was waiting at the back stick for that one. It is a corner, though. Let's see if PlayStation have been practicing their corner routines. RJ heads it down to himself. He was on set piece training himself. Oh, my days. Sparta against Danny Connolly. That is a battle for the ages. Sparta wins that one, and it's going to be the second corner in succession. Domino, talk to me about that save, mate.
Mate, what can I say? It's expected. It's Sparta.
That's the problem. That's the problem. He set such high standards now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, look, the positioning, the save.
Kirk again.
The save. What can I say? It was actually an average save. It's the positioning that's world class. He got into the right position there, and the animation took over. But you have to do that world class thing. Step across, know where the ball's come in, know where the angle is, and then he does the rest from there. Because look, if you're not in the right position, that's flying past you, like it was in the first goal. Because yeah, look, Kyle Gross, he's a beast, mate. It's not lit a spark this half eight ball. There's a little bit of flip flap. There's just very much of middle ground, being a bit tentative, bar that save from Sparta. But PlayStation could come through here, but that man again.
To be honest, mate, I don't do it very often, but I am going to disagree with you about that save. Lawball's on the chest, Viner. Behave. That is.
I told you, mate.
He's up there, mate. He's up there with one of the best centre backs in clubs at the moment. I'll die by that. He's just proved it there. Literally, Lawball's bearing down on goal. Going back to the Sparta point, mate, I'm going to disagree with you because I do think that was a world class save, and it's just because it's just because he set such high standards. Like it's an average save for Sparta, but it stands so high that for anyone else, Lawbors, who's growing influence in this series now, means he is becoming a bit more of a threat as Samu, the skipper for PlayStation. Big shout out to him. The goalkeeper plays a 1-2 off the face of his centre back.
Absolute men.
That is what's playing out from the back, guys. Kante flicks it onto Viner, who finds Hash's feet, who flicks over the top. Smithy does really well, though.
Goal scorer, defender, extraordinaire. Yeah, I think they do need to target Lawbors when they're in this position. Like, PlayStation are doing well of crowding the box and crowding out individual players, and again marking quite well. I think when you're in these positions here, if you don't have anything on like Hunter does now, you either go for a wide or you play in height-wise towards Lawbors for the flick down and players running off him. I think that should be a strategy. I think he might be offside there. Yes, he is.
I mean, you would think that is the primary strategy for this Xbox team. Putting into practice is obviously going to be harder done than said. I appreciate that. But, this is what I mean. Like, so packing this right-hand side here, this is what you need to do. A bit more influence from players like Brendan, who they know what Lawballs can do, and they know what having a big striker can do. And I just don't think they've done it enough. I don't think they've spread it out the game as much as they probably should. As Hash breaks through, top bins. He had literally 4 or 5 players around him. He says, "Don't worry about it. I'll do this. PlayStation in my hands." 2-1, 20 minutes to go, Domino.
Yeah, again, we always say we know Sparta's a great keeper, so to beat him for any position or anywhere on the pitch is a hard task to do, and it's grade A composure, mate. Like there's nothing two ways about it. The finish is the finish. That's great. That man might be offside.
Brendan, well played.
Yeah, it's the composure to sink it to the top corner, and not only that, but to again dummy it across, ball roll it, put it top bins, and that has put PlayStation up very nicely. And 8Ball will thank you for not having to do some more spreadsheet and maths.
Thank you very much. I mean, to be fair, this doesn't seal Xbox's fate, because they have got that all-important goal, which is more than PC have got. So
yeah,
if PC do go on to lose against PlayStation, then Xbox, depending on how many goals are scored, etc., will go through. He's an absolute menace. I mean, he is getting crowded out because it's basically 1 versus 3, but they do. I think Lawballs just needs to trust that these balls are coming in, because he hasn't had a lot of service in the first 90 minutes, he is starting to drop a bit short. So when there is a chance to whip it in, he's kind of somewhere in between, rather than what I imagine he preferred to do and be on the last man.
8Ball, you made a great point on, again, one of the streams, where if the striker, that you're playing one way because the striker's that tall, if he stops getting that service when the ball's expected to come back in the box, you stop making that run. And he's almost stopped making the run, which makes the service stop coming in the box. Which is...
Yeah, exactly that. And you've got to rely on
players like Rooney. Here.
Saying again, you've got that big striker. He probably doesn't want it on the ground.
Yeah, in a crowded area where your reactions, like I said, being 6'7", your reaction are not going to be the best.
Yeah, exactly. Xbox have got 6 minutes to make something happen here as Samu comes out and claims it, pings it over to this right-hand side, but Kirk, who's had a fantastic game, cuts that out.
He's had a fantastic series. Oh, Sparta.
Wow, he'll tell you it was cool, calm and collected. But PlayStation do keep the ball. Samu goes long again. Gets a slight knockdown, but guess who's there? It's Kirk.
Yeah, it's a battle of the left centre backs, isn't it?
And here's a battle for you. Vine against
Yeah.
Lawbors. Viner takes it into the corner, pumps it long. We're coming up to stoppage time now.
It's
Xbox
gotta go
needs
wide.
something desperate.
Oh.
Stabs it in, but not the best ball from Brendan. He'll be the first to admit that.
Here we
Viner
go.
again, sweeping up. Can't
There's
win the
last chance,
header.
Luke.
Alfie Edge has got to put it back in. Knocked down to Lawbors. Oh, he's air shot it, and they get it away. And I think the ref's going to call it there. That ball literally went out on 2 minutes on the dot. If it had gone out just a little bit sooner, I think they might have given them the chance to swing that in.
At
But
8-ball, is that PlayStation through?
Yes.
It's got-
Yes,
is
it
it?
is actually. Yeah.
Yes, PlayStation through.
PlayStation picking up the win,
First
which means
finalist.
they are definitely in the final, which means
Mhm.
they've got this next game to play, and then guaranteed the final. So if they've got any players on the bench, they want to rotate, keep them fresh for the final. They've got any young players coming through, Donald, now's the time to play them. I don't think they're going to want to do that.
8-ball, what you say?
No, don't encourage him. Do not encourage
Get the
him.
call up, son. Get the call up.
Don't encourage. You'll get Domino will go on then. He'll get sent off, and he'll just make us look like fools.
Yeah.
Let's swap the sound back over. So that that leaves us with it's in PC's hands basically. Well, I guess it's also in PlayStation's hand because PlayStation just want to hand them over the win. I guess they could do that too. Not saying they're going to, obviously, because they're better than that. But effectively, that is what could happen. It's a tricky one for Xbox now because they're going to be sat there watching this, knowing is there a chance they're going to be in the final? Possibly.
The issue, 8-ball, is that's where your issue's coming now. It's coming from that the game is not in your hands anymore. It's not in their hands. They can't do anything. They've just got to sit there and wait. And it's the position in any football you don't want to be, where the decision of going through is not in your hands anymore. You're relying on PlayStation not only to either win the game and win the game with a shutout, because I think is that the only way Xbox go through? If
it is goal difference, but then after goal difference it goes goals scored. So we'll have to work it out as it goes along, and this is why it gets a bit tricky, but we'll do it. I mean, it's literally 3 games we need to work out. It shouldn't be too hard. PlayStation are through no matter what.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, let's say to get them through, they need PlayStation to beat PS with a shutout. That gets them through.
PlayStation to beat PC, yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation to beat PC, and they need to shut PC out. No goal scored.
Yeah, effectively. And if they can score, one, maybe 2 goals. 2 goals will see them through. So it's all to play for.
We are connecting here, 8-ball. I'm excited.
We get straight in, guys. You
I
guys
love
are getting really good at this. I'm literally pouring a pint off camera.
Oh man, I need to get a beer. Give me 2 seconds.
Domino's off. I'll stay here and do all the dirty work.
Luckily, I have a bar at home, so I just go to the bar and grab a drink. So it's not anything.
Mr. Fancy, paid for by Pro Clubs Weekly, may I add. Hash is in the Discord, mate, talking about his goal. What was the score in the end? The score was 2-1 to PlayStation, mate. 2-1 PlayStation. PlayStation are through no matter what.
Drinking on Wednesday, well, watching some pro clubs. What a life this is, mate.
I feel like we deserve this, mate. I feel like we deserve it. To be fair, mate, we are coming up for our first birthday soon.
Oh, mate, that's decent.
Yeah, we'll have to do a live stream for that or something as well.
Here we go, mate. Here we go.
I think there's a... Oh, no, he survived it. It was a tiny little bit of lag. But he is all good. Hash PA picking up where he left off, the match winner from the last game, into the Mac. It's good to see PC back.
Yeah,
Sunny,
mate,
Mac
they look like
and
a tiny
Co,
team.
Kevin, Soccer, and Jacob et al. I can't see any changes in the team as the Mac picks up the ball.
That I thought it was, mate. I thought it was. I saw him go down, mate. I saw him go
It is,
down,
mate.
and I
Yeah.
thought it was.
Yeah, mate, you were ahead of everyone there. You were ahead of me. I had no idea what was going on. Emo Tyler, 89 penalties. Hands it over to the Mac, who's 81 penalties. Samu, the captain of PlayStation, doing his best to put him off, sends him the wrong way. And PC have already done what Xbox needed them not to do, which is score.
If you're Xbox now, mate, it is very, very tense. If your PlayStation is very, very tense. If your PC, you are buzzing.
Well, to be fair, Domino, I mean, if it's 5 minutes into the game. If it ends like this, these two will just be doing a rematch for the final. So work out strengths, weaknesses, what you need to do to get through this in the final, and go from there. Basically,
that's the great thing about the final, because it could be revenge, it could be repeat, it could be you played the team before, so you know what you're expecting, and yeah, mate, it's exciting to whatever team gets in the final, because, mate, the games that we've had on, all 2 and a bit games now, have been great, and there's a long way to go in this game, and PlayStation still would feel quite confident going into this game with that win.
Yeah, absolutely would. Sunny picks it up on this right-hand side. PC in the white, PlayStation in the black. Another tackle in the box, but this time it's a fair one. Hash PA gets taken out by Weeman Lewis, but his striking partner, you can see there's no love lost at all. I love it. Absolutely love it. The Mac cuts inside onto that left foot. Samu with a strange animation save, but he saves it nonetheless. PlayStation just holding on a little bit here, which is really interesting, seeing as Xbox kept them quiet for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the PC team in both games we've done, Abel, looks
cool, calm, collected, mate. No troubles whatsoever. Sunny on the right takes that extra touch. That is fantastic. To be fair, he deserves that. Wow, that is tight. That is tight.
I thought the right back of PlayStation played him on.
To be fair, I mean, I think another goal here for PC. Not that I want to write PlayStation off so early, but are PlayStation going to score 3 in this game? I hope so. That'd be great. The early to and fro in though has been all PC. I think PlayStation coming into this game on a high. To be fair, they know they're through.
Yeah,
so
that's a fair point. That
could be playing on their mind, but also at the same time, if you know, having gone a goal down, chances are you're going to be playing PC in the final. Do you really want to give them the psychological edge going into that final?
April, we always say it, and I think he's on side of April, and it's fell to the danger man here. He's dangerous. Like I said, he could be out the game for 89 minutes.
And he has been. I haven't seen him for 80 minutes.
I mean, you've seen him score 2 goals and nothing else.
It's literally what he does. That man. He's an absolute menace. And all of a sudden, Xbox players are keeping their Xboxes on, their headsets warm, the Discord's ticking over. There could be something in this for them. As Keane goes long, Sunny cuts it out again.
If this ends 2-1 to PlayStation, hey, what do we do?
I don't know. Please, guys, please don't.
Coming to Sean does well. Everyone's willing to stay up.
Exactly. Yeah, whoever can get in the team as quickest, get in that lobby the quickest, gets to play. Whoever sends the invite to PlayStation first.
I love that.
You think I'm joking? Here we go. Emo Perks cutting in from this left-hand side to Emo Tyler. Edge of the box to Kevin. Cuts onto that left foot. Good block from that solid back 3 for PlayStation as Samu goes long with a flat kick forward. Soccer deals with that nicely. Here is Swaz. He is spoilt for choice, but Kevin wins it back. Space on this right-hand side, and it's Sunny I was going to say who you don't want to give space to, but William shuts him down nicely, and it's gone for a corner.
I need to see Viner switch his position to be on Sonny, because that's a battle, son.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Although William's not too shabby either.
Maybe William's decent. I'm just, yeah. Oh.
Knocks it. That's a ball. Here we go. Emo Tyler, that man scores goals. That man scores goals, and it gets rid of the 2-1 to PlayStation, which is why I'm kind of half celebrating it. We are PlayStation players. Given the choice, we'd rather PlayStation win. But I'm quite glad that went in, mate. I don't want to do no maths.
Oh, mate. Well, we'll take a little bit of a condolence here for the Xbox boys, because it looks like this is our final then, 8-ball.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. These two teams now are going to spend the next 60-odd minutes just sussing each other out, ready for that final. And they've kind of got it. You don't want to give anyone that psychological edge going into that last game. We Man Lewis does well. And to be fair, it's two well-matched teams. And you know, like we said when PlayStation scored, I think Xbox now, instead of getting a beer, they're getting a decaf coffee, getting their favourite blanket, and thinking about an early on.
Yes, yeah, mate. And look, they covered themselves in a lot of glory. It was a hard run, and they played very well. It's just unfortunate for them.
I mean, stranger things have happened, mate. We're still only 2 PlayStation goals away from having to do some maths. If anyone in the Discord actually wants...
No, because it goes on goals scored next, doesn't it, April?
It does.
Yeah.
It does, you're right, yeah. So either way... Well, no, it goes on goal difference first. So I guess if PlayStation want to score... of course it does.
Oh, okay. I thought
we're English. We're English. It's how the English leagues do it.
Yeah, but this PC dub. This is backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, skip past nicely,
Hash with the quick step gets cut out there, and that is half time. Sil Mills in the chat saying GG's. Yeah, absolutely, mate. And thank you for the stream as well. Really helped out. We did use it twice for that 1080p magic. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think we'll probably talk about Xbox at the end of this game, after we know kind of what's happened, but we'll stick to these two teams for now. PC, having been drawn back level, have obviously gone 2-1 up now. They know they need a result, or they know they just kind of needed to score 2 goals, which is what they've done. How do you see them playing out and approaching this last 45 minutes then, Domino? Knowing what they know.
Yeah, I would say, look, there's some boys in there that's good at quick maths. They're going to sit there and be
better than us.
Okay, well, exactly. That's not hard, mate. That's not a challenge. Yeah. So one of the boys would be like, look, we scored 2 goals. We've got the goal advantage on Xbox. We just obviously don't need to concede as much as we can. I would say treat this game, going back into it, as an absolute 0-0. So reset the clock. Look, we don't need to go out here and find 6 goals. Let's play some football. But any team, it's vital for you to win this game. I know that sounds cliche.
Yeah.
But if I was PlayStation now and I'm 2-1 down, I'm not like, meh, well, let's just save it for the final. Let's just either call an audible, do what we need to do. Let's save it for the final. And they're not saving it for the final here.
They're not. We got Toasty in the chat as well, talking about the domination in possession from PC.
Yeah, mate.
He's got a very, very good point. I mean, we
the
knew
PC
this.
team over both games have looked the better team, in my opinion.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. Underestimate them at your power. Emo Tyler, stop it.
Emo Perks this way, mate. Emo Perks with the white afro. Emo Tyler waiting in the box for Emo Perks to put it in. Viner loses out, though, and here we go. Very good work, and the captain sees his team through. That is game, set, and match, Domino, because we need about 5 goals from PlayStation to make this swing. Xbox lads, good night. I mean, please do stick around for the final, obviously, but you can switch off your Xboxes now, guys, because PC have they've signed, sealed, delivered this one. They've booked their flights to the final, wherever it may be. somewhere exotic because it's Pro Club of the Week. That's a ball though.
Unbelievable.
That's a ball. Here comes the power shot, and yeah, if it's not important, Domino, he won't hit the target. He doesn't need to save. That is the definition of saving him for the final now.
I mean, he did score a power shot. Does that mean he gets double points?
That's what PlayStation will be relying on right about now.
So currently it is 3-2.
Big Moody looking for striker's feet, cut out nicely by Skipper there, and here comes Hash, the danger man Hash.
Mm-hmm.
Had a really good series so far. Danny back to Hash with a nice little 1-2. Kun Aguero just couldn't hand off that pass to the right hand side, and here comes Emo Perks, who had that nice little run to set that third goal. Soccer and Kevin, you know they play together week in, week out. Gives it to Sonny, blocked nicely by William, edge of the box. Swaz to the goal machine, that is Emo Tyler. Does the roulette, leaves it for Sean, who can only clear it into touch. And yeah, to be fair, I do generally think both teams have got their eye on the final now.
Yeah. I mean, PC will know this game's probably done. They'll probably look to just add a little bit of a cherry onto it.
Yeah, and why not?
As I say that...
Why not?
I mean, if you were PlayStation out there, or you were the manager, what would you be saying to your team?
To be fair, it's one of those things where just don't let it be a cricket score, but let's try and have a bit of fun. At the end of the day, it is competitive. There is bragging rights on the line, but it's still a community draft. Let's have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And let's go again in 20 minutes. Because ever since PC got that second goal, I think that's kind of where everyone's been heading in this game, and that's fair enough. Both teams done the business in the first game, especially PlayStation with that win. So you can't really say fairer than that. Both teams have earned the right to come out here and kind of just do what they want. Essentially, it's kind of a free game. As soon as they got that second goal, it allows people like the likes of Emo Perks, for example, who's just out there having a good time, basically on that left hand touch line. And why the hell not? That is what these things are for.
Yeah,
just bring your A game for the final. Slid through 2 Perks, bit of lag. Tyler's got it, blocked by William, who, to be fair, has been phenomenal this game. I do think, to be fair, quite a few people have switched off, but Williams, that man, he's sweeping from left to right. He doesn't want to concede any more goals going into the final, and I think that's pretty much a good plan, because you know what it's like when you jump onto clubs and you play a team that's not so much to your standard or messing around. They've got the goalkeeper who's rushing out, etc., etc. You do start to get into bad habits.
Yeah.
And Toasty has assured us that PC are going for the jugular. Oh my Christ. Domino, that genuinely might be one of the best saves I've ever seen.
Mate, short range, absolutely fired in at him, covered the near post, exceptional save.
Save it for the final, man. Save it for the final.
Yeah, he's going to let a little B-roller go in, isn't he?
What a save. To be fair, mate, I mean, all that's done now is get in the mind of PlayStation. PlayStation have seen that save, and now they're thinking, okay, if I get through one-on-one, this has got to be top bins or bust. You know, if I'm shooting from distance, this has got to be top bins or bust. So it's a good ploy to pull off that save at this stage, but I'm still thinking he wished he would have saved it for the fight. That's a big tackle, big tackle. We've got 7 minutes of this, and they're just playing it out at the moment. They are, you know, you can get bragging rights from this game, but if you lose the final, that's what everyone's going to remember. So it's a bit of a formality this last 7 minutes. We haven't really spoken about red cards, which kind of looks like we might have to at this moment. He's actually got away with absolutely nothing. Which would have been interesting, Domino, because we actually haven't confirmed what happens with red cards, so it would have been a bit of a talking point, especially if he popped up in the final and scored.
You have to pay his 5'3" and 99 KGs, mate. That's what it is. Imagine if centre back gets a red card, it'd be unbelievable. Sitting there like Cannavaro.
Keane goes long. I mean, it's probably a good chance to talk about it now, Domino. Is what will PlayStation need to change in the final?
I would say. Oh, what a save again!
Unreal save.
I would say consistency in thirds, 8-ball. I mean, they've looked good defensively in times. They've looked. Oof. They've looked good in the midfield. They just haven't strung it along. I think the PC team look very, very well oiled, and to cause disruption to a well-oiled team, you need to do something. Either be aggressive towards them. You've got to either put the foot in. You've got to either sit in a bank of 4. You've got to frustrate them. Xbox team done amazingly well with PC. They were dominated in the first 15 minutes, and they grew into the game, and they started taking over in spells. Like Xbox had a great game against the PC lads, and I think PlayStation need to adopt their mentality of, look, let's try and see them out early for the first 30 virtual minutes, and then capitalise on our chances when we get them, because we know we got players like Kun Aguero. We got players that will bag you a goal from absolutely nothing.
Yeah, exactly that, mate. That's spot on, absolutely spot on. Let's just let the lads have their, I guess, halftime oranges, their energy drinks, and we'll advertise that the final is happening right now. Domino, I'm going to quickly go and relieve myself with the toilet break, and I'll be back in literally 30 seconds. I'm going to leave it on this screen. Feel free to chat away, but we've got PlayStation versus PC. It's happening live. Ultimate bragging rights. Let's go.
That's great, mate. Well, I'm going to have a little chat about... I mean, if anyone's got some comments in the chat, let me know, boys. Yeah, I've got Toasty down there saying that they're going to... The PC was going for the throat in that game, and to be fair, Toasty, man, I don't think you were too wrong. They were playing really well. Mate, I'm excited for the final. But yeah, you got any questions, guys, put them in the chat. I'm going to sit here, drink my beer on a Wednesday night, feeling good. Wednesday night beer, mate. What a treat that is. But yeah, like I said, you got any questions, drop them down in the chat. Don't mind answering it. Mate, 2 beers gone to my head. And wait for 8-ball to come back and get this final cooking. Honestly, for the people here, I don't know which way it's going to go. Very, very difficult to call it. The gut instinct, obviously, will tell me that the PC team is probably the favourite. I mean, over the 2 games, they have been the better team against Xbox and against PlayStation. But it's... The finals are a different one, and if you boys have ever experienced, even virtually or again in real life, if you've had any sort of finals, you will know how different the game is. 8-ball, you back with us?
1 in, 1 out. Whatever Domino's saying, probably was true.
I was just telling the chat that the experience in a final is so much different than just normal games, and even in like semi-finals, the finals, it pulls something out of different individuals. And now, yes, they're not paying for any money; they're paying for bragging rights. But you are in a final, and everything changes in a final.
Mate, we're going to see some nerves here. I don't care what anyone says. It's a community draft, but it's a final. You could be playing whatever Disney final, and it's that's what it is. It does something. These 2 teams, if you guys are just joining us for the final, have just played each other. PC, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think PlayStation really put in 100% for maybe 60 minutes of that, but PC, I mean, they were in the ascendancy for a lot of that game, so that's what PlayStation got to deal with. PC, I'm assuming will be safe in the knowledge that do what we do best, keep the ball, create the chances, and we'll win. And not only that, Domino, but the PC goalkeeper, and I've just switched over to Emo Tyler, but he's on adverts. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. He was sensational in that last game. He didn't need to be,
No.
but he was. And I do think that is going to just in the back of the mind of the PlayStation players. And don't get me wrong, they have got players like Danny, like Kun Aguero, like Hash, who know how to find the back of the net. But even for strikers like that, this is how good those saves were. Even for strikers like that, it's in that tiny, tiny, tiny back of the mind. So it'll be an interesting battle between those front three and that goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's like, to be fair, when you were out, I was just ranting to the chat, and I was saying how, mate, as I do, regardless if they want to hear it or not hear it. It's PC have looked the best teams in both games they've played against Xbox and against PlayStation. They have looked the better team, so your money as a betting man will be on PC coming out here with the win. But then, like I said, mate, as you just came back, it's a final. There's a difference. There's a different energy. There's different.
I think you'll see a very, very different game this time around than what we just saw. I think not only it was a freebie for PlayStation. It was 100% a freebie for PlayStation. It's whether or not they can get back into that mindset now. Like our players like Kun Aguero, Danny FTM, Hash, are they locked in still? Or has that last game and the time just killed off that session for them? Because PC, I assure you now, that PC dressing room, virtual dressing room, is absolutely flying, and they'll want to do the double over PlayStation because that's ultimate bragging rights. They haven't been beaten all night, and they beat the second place team twice. That's what they'll want to do. So I do think it's very much, we kind of know what we're going to get with PC, whereas PlayStation, we've almost seen like two sides of that team going into this. So it's which one is going to show up. And if you remember, Domino, I said this at the beginning, they are the dark horses. You just never know what you're going to get. But remind us who you backed at the beginning of this.
Yeah, mate, look, like I said to you, when I backed the PC team...
When?
At the beginning.
No, you did not.
PC was seen as the one I backed at the beginning.
No, you said Xbox, mate.
I said PC. I said no rhyme or reason.
Mate, someone called you out for it in the chat as well. I remember it.
Nah, absolutely not.
We're going to rewatch it. We are rewatch this back.
Mate, we are rewatching it. We're going to have an argument on stream. And I didn't mean to say, like, I said there's no rhyme or reason why I said PC, and then you said you were going to say PC, but you're going to have to change.
Doesn't sound like something I'd say, man. Never change my mind.
Nah, he backed PC. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Who said that? Was it someone who was going to stick up for you?
Yeah, I texted him privately.
PXXP, have you been here the whole time? Because I do genuinely think he was the person who was here who said that.
No, man, I was saying... I just said I had no rhyme or reason. There's no scientific, factual evidence for why I'm backing them, but I am backing them. And
I genuinely thought you were on about Xbox, which is would make more sense.
Stop arguing me because we are through on goal here, and he's got a chance. And it's a save. Mate, oh my Jesus Christ!
A double save, mate. Literally. What I said, he's in the back of the minds. He's not even in the back of the minds anymore. He's in the forefront of the minds of the PlayStation players. Who is this man in goal?
Mate, guy is locked in.
Oh, we'll talk about locked in though.
Oh my...
Danny with the feet, but the block was absolutely unbelievable. I know it is Solar in goal, by the way. It was a rhetorical question. I know who it is. We didn't catch that one because the cameraman, Ryzen, who's playing CDM, so I think it is automatically the CDM who goes back onto the halfway line.
He needs to be locked in.
Four corners. But here comes Kevin. Ever dangerous. Into Emo Tyler. He needs half a yard. Samu was... I don't think his positioning was spot on there, but his defence dug him out. They live to fight. Another tail. Big Moody deals with that nicely. Here comes Sokra. Down to this right-hand side.
It's a good battle on the right-hand side.
PXXP is a PC fan, to be fair, Domino. So I feel like if he's able to get another fan on board, he would. But also, I believe the pair of you. But also dubious at the same time. But totally believe you both. Here is Danny, who looks like he's changed his build a bit. He looks a bit taller, and his strike partner looks a bit smaller.
Yeah, mate. Like, to be fair, that's. Like I said, you've got to do something.
Mate, there's a game plan here.
You've got to upset the teammate ball. You have to. Like I said, PC have been the best team, and you've got to do something to upset the rhythm. At the minute, you can't go punch for punch with them because they're too good at countering. They're too good everywhere else.
They're just too good, mate.
That's what I mean. But you've got to do something. You've got to make yourself stand out somehow, and you've got to upset the apple cart, upset the rhythm. Having a big, tall striker and whipping in crosses, mate, is no shame on that. Because it's something you need to do. Anything for the win 8 ball. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Facts.
Well, we do not talk about cheating with PC teams because it's been a bad week for that. That's a different story. Don't mention that. PXXP in the chat has just told me I'm going to be proved wrong in a clip. PXXP, you can go back through any of our videos and clip any 10 seconds randomly, and I will be wrong. Like, I'm totally don't worry about that, mate. Never once in my life have I claimed to be right. PlayStation. Do we talk about why they're playing in an Everton kit?
It's blue, man.
I mean, it's blue. It is blue. All right, look. PXXP, there we go. Proved it straight off the bat, mate. 10 seconds after I said it. Kevin. Ryzen does really well, actually. I think he's been an unsung hero of this PlayStation team. In that CDM position. That's not a great ball cut out easily. Here comes Swaz, the white kit of PC playing from right to left. Hash into Kunaguero's feet, gives it to Skipper. Big Moody again, who's had a fantastic series.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of fantastic series, Sonny into Kevin. I mean, you could pick any of this PC team. To be fair, that's a big tackle, William.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish it off by saying, fantastic series.
Yeah.
I think he's been the standout of the PlayStation back four, as William. Soccer into Sonny. Good turn on the ball, but again, Ryzen's there. Cameraman. I mean, you always get props for being cameraman.
Always, mate. We always give you a shout out.
But extra props because he's having a good series too.
Yeah.
Here is Sean, cuts back to Key.
Mate, what a different game this is. What a different game this is compared to that football.
All of a sudden, there's something to play for. McCabe does fantastically, by the way. Again, I'm going to stop saying it. I just trust that all 22 of these players had a fantastic series. Switches it over. Emo Perks, fantastic series, into Swaz. Gives the ball away. Kunaguro does really well there. Knocks it down to Hash. And Danny, if he's got the legs, which I think he does, can he get the shot away? Oh, it's been palmed in. Domino's not even here. I need to celebrate for both of us. PlayStation have just opened the scoring. We're a little bit happy. Tiny bit happy.
8 on my back.
You're back, mate. You're back.
How did that go off? Luckily, I still have this stream live. Talk to me about that.
Toasty says Tyler doesn't mess around with his camera. Toasty, Tyler's on PC streaming on 720p. Like, that is a crime. But, I mean, Solar didn't do anything wrong at all. It was just, he palmed it into the striker's head area.
Yeah.
But you've got to be there. You've got to be in it to win it, mate. And this is what we always say. If you're in the box, Danny did everything right. Have a shot. Go across. If you're playing 2 up top, have a shot. Go across the keeper. It's EAFC 24. Chances are he's going to parry it to your teammate. Have a dig. And that's exactly what he did. It's exactly what he did. And PlayStation, I'm not going to say it's against the runner play because I don't think PC have been as menacing as they have been in this series so far.
No, mate, I genuinely don't think it's against the runner play. I think, in my opinion, PlayStation have been the better team in this half. They've had the more dynamic chances. They've played probably not the better football, but the more expansive football. And they've defended really, really well all over the pitch. Not only in their final third, but high up the pitch in areas like there.
Yeah, you're spot on, mate. Spot Toasty, I'll clip it to him and send it. In fact, I'll just send him a message. That's not a problem. He's not in my good books at the moment. Anyway, Sean, the chest and a diving header on it. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But it was close. It was close. Swaz into Emo Tyler's feet. Kevin palms it off to Soccer, and this is when PC are at their best. They're flowing best when they get players like Soccer and Kevin involved. Drops to Skipper the Mac. Tyler has a pop at it as well, and PlayStation defending with their backs against the wall. Sonny takes a look at the clock and thinks, I'll keep it in this final third, but the Everton blue of PlayStation say absolutely not. We'll pass it out and we will get the half-time whistle. I'm going to say, I say it like every other game. Quick halves mean good halves. That was a very quick half.
But heart's beating so quickly, I don't even know who I'm supporting, Abel. I don't know who I'm supporting. I don't know who I want to win, and my heart's beating quickly.
Ryzen, cameraman, do not worry about it, mate. You do what you need to do. Like, don't worry about us here.
Right, Ryzen, do not worry about the camera. You are literally locked in here in the final. You move it to wherever you want. But maybe for corners, let me see them.
Yeah, if there's any, like, real possibility of a goal, regardless of where you are on the pitch, let us watch it. No, it's... I think if for the quality of a game, I think I would rather PlayStation score first.
Yeah.
Read into that what you will, but I think that's going to open this game up for this second half, and this 45 minutes is just going to be elite.
Yeah, because going into this game, there's no two ways about it. PlayStation were the underdogs. If you're a betting man, your money is on the PC boys because they have been phenomenal throughout this season. So only PlayStation scoring just makes it a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more high drama, and that's what we're here for in the channel. And he is running through here.
He's not being shut down either, and he's got a power shot on him, tries to square it. Wee man lose, it doesn't matter.
Love it, Abel. I love how you use it as decoy. And what did we talk about, cameraman? Just had this conversation.
What I was going to say about the defender, it doesn't matter that he miskicked it, but it was the interception that did it, mate. They needed that interception because that was absolutely vital. Because PC now, they're gonna be committing men forward. They're gonna be looking. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna be susceptible. What they don't want to do is concede the next goal because that would be.
I thought just offside there. I thought that was unbelievable timing.
Oh, that would have been spot on. I mean, don't forget, PC won the last game against these two as well, so they know they can do it. But plays like Ryzen again,
mate. What half he's having, by the way. What a final he's having. Ryzen's been unbelievable. There's three tackles that he's made this half alone, where it's been again a linchpin in getting his team forward or stopping the counter.
And then they almost lulled PC into a false sense of security with that first game.
Yeah.
Because they weren't at their best. PC strolled it. I feel like they thought they were going to come into this game and stroll it as well. Mm-hmm. PlayStation have turned up.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And you know, the thing is, well, you know the PlayStation back three or back five when they all pull together, they're a force. They're a very, very good unit, all individually and, to be fair, as a team. So now they've got a goal up. It might be very hard if they sit back and they concentrate on what they're doing, because they're a hard team to break down, and we've seen that. And we've got a man gliding across here, good tackle.
Yeah, look, McKay's been quality this game and this series as well. But you know, we could say Aguirre is winning header. We can say that about 22 of these. There's not a man out there who's had a bad game. Rising again, yeah. There's standouts. But there's been no. What's the opposite of a standout? Stand-in. Or standing players. But I do think that the way the games you know what, the way the games were scheduled, I think now looking back at it, favoured PlayStation because they got to see what happened in that first game and act accordingly.
No, yeah, okay.
So they went ahead and won that game, and then they got to sit back and chill in that, really, really scout this PC team out. And I'm not saying that's the be all and end all of it, because this PC team are dangerous, but
Yeah.
it almost gave them a bit of a lifeline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Even
I
Muffet
think
flops,
the fixtures.
yeah, absolutely. No flops.
I think the fixtures did go in the favour of the PlayStation boys. If I was on anywhere in that draw, I'd be in the PlayStation bracket and not having the games I would have. However, I would say it's a much of a muchness, honestly, 8-Ball. Like, look, if Xbox won the first game, you'd rather be out winning the first game, wouldn't you? Setting the stage.
Yeah. It's easy to... well punched. He'll take it, mate. He'll take it. It wasn't ultra convincing. Someone
my Jesus Christ, I thought there was a penalty somewhere there, mate.
Yeah, it's much of a muchness, like you said, mate. It's easy to kind of pick out the team. Kevin is a dangerous man. That might be...
Is it a penalty?
I don't...
He's in the box, 8-Ball.
He is it.
Oh my Jesus!
Oh, not in a final again, Domino.
It's a yellow card, so it's not double jeopardy, but...
Oh, Samu! Oh, you unlucky man. You unlucky man. It is.
Mate,
I don't know why he's captain. I don't know why he's captain, but it's Emo Tyler who picks it. Interestingly, they gave someone else a penalty in the other game that didn't technically matter. This man steps up because he scores goals. Not sure why he's captain.
I'd always give it to someone if the game doesn't mean anything. Be like, yeah, take this penalty. If the game needed... I would take a penalty in a pressure position because, mate, I will bottle it. Fact. Absolute fact. I will bottle the pressure penalty. You need big characters to step up. And in penalties, mate, we know my ability. I'm a bit of a wallflower, let's be honest.
This is why you're not playing in this game.
Mm.
Interestingly, though, Domino, I mean, currently with 15 minutes left, it is a draw.
Mm-hmm.
It is extra time and penalties, 100%.
Oh.
I feel like the majority of finals we do go to extra time penalties.
It's a habit of the channel and we love it. The only problem is I don't think my heart or bladder can take it in the minute 8-Ball.
I mean, are you still backing your PC early shout, or are you knowing fine well that you're a PlayStation bod?
I am a PlayStation bod, and look, we are a Switzerland channel, so when teams are playing, I'm just seeing what's happening here. He does get the shot away, it's well held by the keeper. I am still backing PC. Again, like I said, it was no rhyme or reason. It was a feeling at the beginning of the tournament. My feeling has changed slightly, but I'm going to go with my initial feeling that it is PlayStation that's going to score and win.
As they break through and score and win. No, great save. Great save by Solar. Great save. And to be fair, mate, Danny going through on goal. Again, he's one of the best strikers out there. He does that fake power shot into heavy touch. If I'm centre back, mate, I'm getting sent for hot dogs.
Ooh, okay.
I'm getting sent for hot dogs, and this is the quality of what we're getting in these drafts right now. A player who's been relatively quiet throughout this series.
Mm-hmm.
He's just popping up and doing crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just shows there's I'm going to say 33 quality players on show, because I can't think of a player, because we're doing a draft. They literally get drafted.
Ryzen's having an absolute half, by the way.
He is, mate. He is. You're only picking the best.
He's timed that perfectly.
Here we go. Hash through on goal. Oh my God, he's got near post. It's the 88th minute. He's done it. That's got to be it, Domino. Team PC, you just got to come forward. You've just got to come forward.
Yeah. Kitchen sink, centre half.
No. You can send those boys forward.
Yeah, centre half's got to come now. How many 2 minutes at a time?
Wow. And Domino, there was one man who told the PlayStation captain to play Hash at Cam. And he's on your screen right now. Wow. Big players at big times.
I mean, I told the chat anything can happen in the final, and let me just say this now before we revel in the absolutely unbelievable PlayStation win.
Ryzen, make sure you leave this screen going on. Ryzen, I know you're in the chat. play some highlights because we're going on, mate. We've got time. We're going on. We're talking about this.
Like I was saying, I was like, the PC were possibly every single game the better team. The final was 50-50. Don't get me wrong, the final was a really good final, and it was 50-50, but they dominated PlayStation in the first meeting, and they played really well against Xbox, and was lucky with not getting the win. The PC lads just done themselves absolute justice in this, mate. But what can you do?
Yeah, to be fair, this is a good thing about live stream because we can physically interact with the person who's streaming it, so we can get the highlights. There's nothing worse when we do a YouTube video and no one shows the goals again. It's the worst thing.
Right, here we go.
Here we go. So we've got like Domino said. I don't think anyone can say PC didn't look like the best team all the way through.
Yeah.
Until maybe I want to say the final because it was very 50-50, but even in the final they still looked good. But PlayStation, I said this at the beginning, go back and clip that PXXP. They are a dark horse. No one was talking about them. No one really knew what kind of team they were putting together because Samu, who now has played 2 drafts as captain and won 2 drafts, that man just gets things done.
Yeah, regardless of who's on his team.
Yeah, he's a dark horse, mate. They were happy to go under the radar. No one was talking about them. Everyone was talking about PC because they are a very good team. Xbox always looked like a great team on paper. Mate, I'm going to say it now. I'm sorry anyone from Xbox watching. They're very Spursy. Very, very Spursy. And we'll talk about this in the Discord, but I'm a massive fan of Team Xbox. Because Domino, when we started this channel, we had to learn all about Xbox, and we're not Xbox people, we're PlayStation people, and my allegiance 100% switched from PlayStation to Xbox. I had so much love for the Xbox community.
Yeah, mate.
Since we've gone back to crossplay, it's very easy for me to go back to PlayStation because I play a PlayStation. But for those 6 months, I was very much an Xboxy person, so it pains me to see the team not doing so well. What this makes me want to do, Domino, as you go away, and as co of Pro Clubs Weekly, is do this again. Because we can't not do it again. We can't not give teams like Team Xbox a chance to come back and make things right. We can't not give Team PC a chance at retribution, because technically Team PC won the first game. So is it 1-1? Team PC might say so. Team PlayStation will definitely not say so. So there's not unanswered questions, but there's beef. There is now beef there, boys and girls. So if we need to run it back, I'm more than happy to run it back. You guys just give me a time and a place. We did say the next Horizon's gone. I don't know why he's not just carrying on playing the highlights for everyone to watch, because we can watch them all night. But we did say the next draft, which we're going to do more regularly now, would be a Wheel of Fortune style draft, in that we get a bunch of people, because there was a lot of people who didn't play tonight, which sucks, but we can only do what we can do with 3 teams. This way is a little bit fairer. I think we'll do that next, and then I think we'll come back to this 3-way dance we've got going on between the consoles. I genuinely think that works. So, and tonight has worked really well, and we've got a champion. They've got bragging rights for the next however long. So well done Team PlayStation. There's too many people to pick out for man of the series, as Domino drops back in. He's got none of the spoils, mate. I feel like we just looted the final boss, and then I get all the loot at the end. Domino, I'm not sure how much you could hear when you were stuck in purgatory, but I think we said the next draft we were going to do was going to be Wheel of Fortune style, because I don't want anyone missing out. There's a lot of people who missed out tonight, and that's just the nature. That's the nature of the beast with drafts.
Is it going to be Domino versus 8-Ball again, or are we just going to do...
So what I propose is we do Wheel of Fortune next, because Wheel of Fortune is organised chaos, and then we move back to this PlayStation, PC, and Xbox, because Xbox have got unfinished business. PC want retribution, and if Samu's PlayStation can win a third in a row, we don't need to do this again.
No, mate, that's dominance. That's the treble.
If PlayStation win the next draft, we don't need to do this again.
We have to take Samu out of captain.
Because he's too good,
mate.
That's the gauntlet we're laying down. Okay, so you've got a bit of friendly fun. Maybe not everyone's getting banned from the Discord next week when we do Wheel of Fortune, and then people getting banned when we do PlayStation, PC, and Xbox, and then I reckon we finish it off with that big and domino.
So with the Wheel of Fortune, is it just gonna be 2 teams?
Yes, mate. I mean, to be fair, if we get 50, 60 people, why not do 4 teams?
Yeah, cool.
We can get a stream on each. We can get a stream on each side, and me and you can watch separate games.
Oh, mate, let's do the Wheel of Fortune, but actually have nominated captains. Oh, mate, what an idea!
Obviously, that's going to happen. What's the point of a Wheel of Fortune?
But no, it's not Team 8-Ball versus Team Domino.
No, that's the third game. Listen, you're not listening.
Oh, I don't know what's happening.
You don't know what's happening. It's fine. There's no shock there. Right. Okay. So, Invezi's in the chat. Did PC lose? Invezi, I hate to break it to you, mate, but Team PlayStation won. Team PlayStation have the bragging rights until the next Pro Clubs Weekly console draft, which it needs to be soon, Domino. It needs to be soon.
Yeah, well, it's fresh in everyone's head. And to be fair, I don't know if I was one of the teams that played in the Xbox team or the PC team. I definitely want to play that again. I want to get a bit of retribution and save a little bit of face, 8-Ball. I'll be like, right, we didn't. The Xbox team didn't cover themselves in glory, and they're going to be disappointed with their performance because they've got some great names and some great talent.
Yeah.
The PC team is going to be upset that they were possibly the team of the series without picking up the trophy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're the PlayStation boys, mate, 2 back-to-back Jordan 96-97.
Mate, spot on. I mean, I'm not sure how much you could hear when you went off stream, but that is effectively what was said. Mm-hmm. Xbox want to do it again. PC want retribution. PlayStation have a chance of glory. Like it's set up. It's set up perfectly. It's set up so nicely. So we'll run it back at some point, and it will be some point pretty soon. Like I'm gonna say within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, mate.
So
big fan.
Look out for that and get involved in that because champions. I mean, plays like Ryzen Domino. Jeez, like he's just come out of nowhere.
Mate,
come out of nowhere. Solar in golf for PC. It's just. It's we said we said it in the PFL stream earlier on. Just clubs needs more eyes on it. No, I'm not saying that we're the be all and end all of clubs and we need to do that for, but as many people as possible can watch you as a player, as a club's player, as a brand, because you need to consider yourself as a brand.
Yeah.
I've always said that. Get out there and get as many eyes on you as possible, and just do the best you can. It's fantastic.
Mate, I said, look, I don't know who Ryzen plays for, if I'm honest with you. Don't know what team he plays for, what league he operates in. But that last game, like, you always know, in finals especially, big pressure on. So, like, again, pressure makes diamonds or crumbles you. Ryzen was instrumental. And that final goal, Ryzen's the one that made the interception, made the block, and then played it to the left-hand side to get the ball through. And what a player he was, like a proper stand-up player. I mean, there were so many stand-up players. Vala in the last 2 PlayStation vs Xbox and PlayStation vs Xbox vs PC, unbelievable player. Alfie Edge always covers himself in glory. Conor Guerrero only needs 1 sniff at goal. And there's so many PlayStation boys. Mate, Who was the right mid for the PC lads? Unbelievable player. Sonny.
Oh, Sonny.
Mate, what a player he was as well.
I mean,
Like,
it's more. Just get as many eyes on clubs as possible, as humanly possible, and we'll all have a good time. Honestly,
Agreed.
there's so many good players out there
Agreed.
who don't get the screen time because, you know, if you look at an average Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at any given time, there's 50, 60 games going on. So how can you physically watch them all? Times like this, where you just put as many eyes on these people as possible. I think that's all we can do, and that's all we are actually here to do. And we don't want to get into an emotional rant at the end of a very long stream, Domino, but that's what the channel is here to do. And Domino, just before we go, we've got Invezi, who we missed tonight, by the way. Get involved, son. Come on, please. He's in the chat tonight. Ryzen and Solar are all from his team Mercia. So what a shock horror that is. Nobody is surprised that I know we need to get Mercia on the channel ASAP.
Oh, Sonny's also a Mercia player as well.
And Sonny as well.
Oh
no
my
one's surprised.
Jesus Christ.
No one is surprised. So the whole starting 11 for Mercia were playing tonight in and around the teams. And
who is Mercia? Where do they play for? Like what league?
They're
what
VPG team.
Oh mate, we need to cover a Mercia game. They might have
That's
to
what
be.
we've been saying. That's what
Mate,
we've
they
been
might
saying.
have to be close to one of my favourite teams. I've never seen them play. I might have
Mate,
to
all
buy a
the
shirt.
I don't know why, but all the ballers just turn up for these drafts, mate. We've turned a corner with drafts. We you know you get players to pick from, and you guys are picking the best players. It's more than okay with us. More than okay with us. Right, Domino, shall we go off and shoot more videos?
Oh mate, sounds like everything I want to do after 3 beers down. Great stuff.
Watch them just not get recorded. You press record? Yeah, of course I have.
Absolutely. What are we watching? I've got something different on my screen. But guys, just a last little note for me. Appreciate, like, again, the support when you jumped in, again, the stream, but literally everyone signing up and competing tonight. I know it's a late one. I know the finals were a late one. It's not great to go out in, like, the first round. But to the Xbox boys, the PC boys, the PlayStation boys, like, genuinely thank you. You guys were excellent. Put on some great games, great finals, and hope you guys stick around in the Discord because we'd like to see some more of you.
Yeah, couldn't put it about myself, Domino. You're learning from listening to my emotional speeches at the end of videos and live streams. Yeah, absolutely spot on. Like, you know, if you are around the communities, please stick around. We're only trying to do good things like tonight, and we've got loads in the pipeline. So do stick around. It's all good stuff. All positive stuff, and just try to put clubs on the map a little bit more.
Yes, boy.
Awesome. Right, we're gonna go make some juicy videos for you guys, and they'll be on YouTube as soon as possible. So go watch those also.